Hello.
Hi, everybody. That was fantastic.
Well, I figured I might as well lean into my Mrs. Doubtfire status.
It's amazing. You do a perfect one.
Today we're going to talk about Florida Man because after the last two episodes about, the dolphin suicide and then the cult episode with Sabrina where I mistakenly thought that the second story was much lighter and ended up being one of the worst stories ever.
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Did you listen to that?
Yeah, we've done dark for too many episodes, and then that one with Sabrina was just like, okay, that is like super bad dark. So,
and I felt really bad because I legitimately didn't remember which cult that was or what the information I looked up because I'd done the research for that like a month before we actually recorded it, and I didn't remember. And I told her this one's going to be lighter, and then it was,
and then it's
not.
The worst.
Then it's about genital torture and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, oops. I'm
So,
sorry.
so
I
not
felt
lighter.
bad because she was not having a good day due to work and stuff anyway. And
I'm
then I
sorry you're
kind of
having
just
a bad day. Let's talk about genital mutilation.
yeah. Whereas me, I'm kind of okay with that, but she was not okay with that.
Poor Sabrina. You torture her anyway, being her big sister. It's just instilled. You have to. It's rites of passage, right?
Oh, she has stories about me doing stuff to her, but actually, I have more stories of her annoying the shit out of me by being the little annoying sister. So
it evens out, huh?
Yeah, it kind of evens out because there was such an age difference that I had to take care of her, and I resented it. And I did treat her poorly when we were little because I didn't understand that at that point.
Yeah, you basically had to be mom. I mean, you took her in and raised her like, mother-daughter type relationship instead of sisters because you had to.
Yeah, but at that time I resented it because I didn't feel like I should have to take care of her. She wasn't my kid, like.
Understandable.
But I do feel bad for that. She'll probably never hear this, but sorry, Sabrina, that I treated you like
You are
crap.
now apologizing 30 years
Yeah,
later.
she probably won't hear it, but I don't think she's even listened to her on the episode she's in. She just doesn't have time, honestly. It's hard for me to even get time for her to record the cult episodes because she's
Sure, she's a
she
workaholic. Yeah.
well, I think she's tiring of that quickly because she's working from home mostly now, but that also means it monopolizes all of her time. Like she is literally on like conference calls and stuff till like 10 o'clock at night sometimes some nights and
Ew.
yeah. So I don't I feel bad for her because she's also trying to do online college too and try to turn in assignments and shit while she's working
She's
24/7,
got a lot of eggs in those baskets.
So yeah, kudos to her. I can't do it.
Absolutely. No,
I
I
can't do it.
couldn't do it.
I can't even do one of those, much less both.
It's like, okay, pick a task, and I don't even want to do that. One
Yeah.
task to do today, and I don't even want to do it.
Yeah. My only job is this and cleaning house and writing books, and I don't even do the majority of those. So I haven't written in a while, but I do need to finish that other book.
Yeah, you do.
The erotica one.
Yes, I
That
want to read it.
it's a bunch of BDSM fantasy stuff.
And that's for the other podcast.
Yes. But I've not been doing good with cleaning lately either. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm opposite. I have been because it keeps me busy and it takes away my anxiety feelings, not completely, but enough that it's like I've noticed when I've been having super bad anxiety lately and my chest will start hurting and I feel like I'm having a heart attack, even though I know I'm smart enough to know it's not a heart attack, it's anxiety. So if I get up and I start moving around, and I'm not really an exercise person, but if I switch out the laundry and fold a load while I'm in there and, just move around a little bit, sweep the floor or something, I notice that it starts getting better. The chest pain starts getting better. So
Yeah.
suddenly yesterday, my entire house got clean because I was having such bad anxiety and I had a panic attack, and I'm out of the medicine that the doctor gave me, and she won't give me any more because it's addictive apparently. So that's all I could do was just clean, and I just moved, and it helped a little. But yeah, my house is clean anyway.
Yeah. Mine is not. But we also have 2 kittens, and they are kind of wrecking
They're
everything, and I can't
so
I
cute.
I can't keep up. Like, one I just told her about this, but I'll tell the audience. There was a kitten that was either dumped at my in-laws' house, or maybe the mama cat gave him up, or maybe she got hurt or killed or something. I don't know. This cat just showed up outside their house, and she started feeding it, but it was kind of feral, not used to people.
I bet the
Um,
mama cat was one of the cats that didn't know it was pregnant, like those teenage girls, and they go into a like fast food restaurant and suddenly they're shitting out a baby. They're like, "Oh my god!" And then the mom cat just ran away.
it's possible. But either
I'm
way,
being
he was
silly.
he was scrawny and tiny. I'm pretty sure he was the runt if there were other kittens. Um, because sometimes you can just tell. You can look at the cat by itself and be like, yeah, that was probably the runt. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
You know
he's he,
that the runts are always the best out of the entire litter, though. They always end
mhm.
up, to me, in my opinion, being the best.
But I guess I wouldn't call him fully feral. His mom had been feeding it for a couple of days. It had started hanging out there after it
Hmm.
was dropped off or whatever. It started hanging out outside her house, and she was giving it food and water, but she wouldn't let it in her house because her cat doesn't get along with other animals really. Like, she's kind of jealous and mean. Like,
Aw.
so she was afraid that her cat would kill it if she brought it in. But she was giving it food and water, and we happened to go over there actually for my husband's birthday. Um, and we saw this kitten, and I was just like, "Oh, I want a kitten," you know. And
Well, there
James
you
is like,
go.
and then James is like the voice of reason, and he's like, "No, we don't need a kitten. Like, we've had bad luck with the past few cats that we've had." He's like, I don't know about this. And then I was like, okay. I was disappointed, but I was like, okay. But then we started talking about, because she feeds every stray in the fucking neighborhood. Okay. His mother, she's a sweet lady. Don't get me wrong, but I've actually complained about this to her. I'm like, they're gonna just keep coming back because there's actually violent, mean dogs in her neighborhood that come there and eat scraps that she throws out for them.
Ew.
And we take Skag, our elderly pug over there, and he's actually been attacked by those dogs and stuff. So we started talking about that, and we said, well, okay, we don't want to commit to a kitten right now, but we'll take it home and kind of fatten it up a little bit, get it better, because it was so scrawny and everything. We'll take it home. We'll see how it goes because and we're like, he's so little and cute that somebody will take him even if we can't keep him.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't
Uh,
want it to get hurt or get run over or die or
or
anything
eaten
else.
by
So
dogs.
that's
Yeah,
just the
because
right thing to
the
do. That's the
the
nice thing to do.
but they live basically. The kitten lived like, I mean, the where my mother-in-law lives, their very very closest neighbor has a damn pit bull too.
Mm.
On top of all the strays that get violent if anything tries to touch the scraps out there at her house or whatever.
That's not good.
Um, so we're just like, eh, we just wanted to do it to protect them. So
Sure,
we
absolutely.
we brought him
You do the
home.
right
We
thing.
brought him
Yeah.
we
You
brought
do
him
the right
home.
thing.
We brought him home, and we actually just isolated him for a couple of days. We put him in the spare bedroom where it's carpeted, and we put a small litter box and some food and water in there for him, and we
Aw.
we went and visited him every day. But he was a little bit buck wild. He hyper will claw
It's like,
and
oh my
bite.
god, where the fuck am I?
Oh, but no, he loved it immediately though. Like,
Oh,
I don't
nice.
think
Good.
I think he's going to be one of those cats that's like, I've been outside, it was hot as balls. I don't want to go.
Yeah, just happy to be there. Yeah.
Yes. Um, because it was like one of the hottest days of the fucking year when we got him and took him home.
Aw.
Um, and so I basically was just like, we were still iffy for a while. For like the first week, we were like, I don't know. He's fucking crazy. Like, he bited. He was like attacking my ankles constantly, biting and scratching. And he would try, I would be wearing shorts around the house and he would climb my leg, my bare,
No, no, no,
put
no,
his,
no.
put his claws into my bare leg, and I'm just like, oh, that fucking hurt.
That's the worst.
Yes, it is the worst. Um, Basically, we read up a little bit and we saw where in cases like that, it's best to give them a companion to
So
they and
you've
that way
got another
so
cat.
I got another kitten from a friend that had a stray litter, but she was basically like sweet enough that she had been around people so more so than him.
Right.
Um so we thought, well, maybe they'll take all this excess energy out on each other, and we were pretty much right. They We brought her home and he immediately just ran, like there was no hissing or introductory period at all. He walked right up to her the second we put her down,
Aw.
and he walked up and licked her right on the forehead.
That's
he was
perfect.
like
They
he,
were meant to
he was just
be.
like he was just like, yay, this is my friend.
I love it.
And they basically play, and they get so tired that sometimes they even just crash wherever they were when they were play fighting. Like they just fall asleep.
Aw.
They just drop and fall asleep. But they're very sweet together, and he has calmed a lot. I'd actually say he's more calm than her now. She's crazy. She's the crazy one.
I think
Um,
it's awesome though. I think you're gonna be a good kitty mama.
and his name is Onion, and her name is Soup.
Onion
We
soup.
we took that from Steven Universe characters. We
I
thought it
love
was
it.
funny. And he was, when we first got him, at least he was very mischievous, and that's kind of why we thought Onion was like a perfect one, because at least or anybody else that's ever seen Steven Universe, Onion is a very mischievous character.
Yes. I love it. That's one of my favorite episodes of Steven Universe is when they have to babysit Onion.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny one. Um, Shit, we're 12 minutes in and we haven't even talked about Florida Man yet.
We've been talking
Uh,
about your kitty.
I know. Hopefully somebody enjoys that talk anyway. But also, before I'm going to mention this probably before we go too, but we have merch now on Redbubble. If you go on to any of our social media pages, I've posted the link to go, and we've got the main podcast logo with the gray cat on it. Um, and you can pretty much get it on just about anything: t-shirts, tank tops, bags. God, I can't even remember everything off the
Aw.
top. There's like a freaking. You can even get masks if you're into that sort of thing. You can get God, I can't note like little notebook journals and just all kinds of things.
Pretty much
And I've
anything. Yeah.
So we've got the main cat logo with all cats are gray in the dark on it, and then we have another one of a manatee with a like mermaid shell bra on from the episode "Mermaids Are Just Juicy Manatees."
I
So
love
we've
that.
we've got that where you can pick which one you like best, and I'm actually working on a design for one for the haunting episode too, just because I think that'll be funny. Get like
Excellent.
maybe like a cool haunted house scene or something creepy, and then put the haunted beware the haunting on it or something.
Yes, let's
Um,
do that.
I'm actually thinking about ordering some of the stuff myself because I just like it.
Buy
I'm just
our shit so that
like
we can buy our shit.
yeah, that money will pretty much strictly go to more
More merch.
uh,
Yeah.
or more um that money will go to either equipment or
Yes.
we may do some contests. I'm thinking about doing a Halloween contest, possibly,
Nice.
because I want everybody to go leave reviews for us. So I think I might do a contest to pump up some reviews because we can't get people to do reviews for anything.
Nobody ever likes to review anything again unless it's bad reviews. So, and we'll even take those if you honestly think that we're bad.
Yeah. If you
But
think we suck, tell us we suck. Do
I
it
noticed,
with
like, even on
gusto.
Amazon reviews, I when I order something on Amazon, I always look at the reviews first. And
I
I
do too.
noticed that there's never hardly any good reviews on anything anymore. It's always just negative reviews.
Well, our iTunes reviews are all positive.
Yay!
And I don't know if we have any reviews anywhere else because I can't figure out how to access that stuff. But
Yeah. Thank you to our
I
2
don't.
fans who leave good reviews.
So I have no idea. But anyway, so if you buy some merch, great, because it'll give us, we make a few bucks a piece off of those things, and it'll go towards better mics. And I would eventually likes to get like a small mixing board, stuff like that that we could really use to improve
So we could
the
become
quality.
professional.
We needs to be more professional.
We're going pro.
It's not going to be just a shotgun and a prayer anymore. Anyway,
Oh, Florida man.
yes, Florida man. On to that. Okay, here's the first one I have. A snoozing Florida man received a very rude awakening on Christmas Eve from a creepy burglar sucking on his toes.
Okay. Is it bad
This
that I'm kind of down with that?
You say that until there's actually a
Yeah,
Florida man in
if
your house.
100% honestly, a stranger, if I woke up and a stranger was in my room sucking my toes, I would not be okay with that. I would not be okay with that by any means. It's like great in theory, kind of a mess in practice. Please
Yes.
don't break into people's houses and suck their toes.
The startled Bradenton resident then asked the sicko what he was doing, to which the stranger replied that he was there to suck toes. At least
I'm
he's
here to
honest.
chew gum and suck toes, and I'm all out of gum.
the I know,
Oh
right?
God, I love it. It's
The
so great.
Bradenton the Bradenton Herald reported, citing an incident report by the Manatee County. Oh man, a mention of a manatee. Anyway, Manatee County Sheriff's Office. Police say a fight then erupted, and the suspect tried to grab the man's genitals and even threatened that he had a gun. No weapon was ever displayed, though. You don't threaten somebody in their own home with a
No.
gun if you don't have one, because they might.
No. Yes, exactly.
No weapon was ever displayed, according to the cops. The victim managed to boot the intruder out of his home, but the criminal then bashed a window to the residence and wrecked the victim's car windshield before fleeing the scene. What?
That's a little crazy, but I
So,
mean, it is Florida, man. It is Florida.
so
So
he just smashed some shit on the way out because he was mad he wasn't
he
allowed
was
to
mad he
finish sucking
didn't get
toes.
to suck some toes.
Yeah,
He could probably pay a hooker like $20 for that.
I know, right?
Like one of those crack-headed street corner hookers, not an actual professional sex worker. They charge way more.
Yeah. I will shit. I will let you come suck my toes for $20. You get 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes, and I get my $20, and then you leave.
Hell, at this point, I'd let them do it for free. As long
Or
as they
or then it.
didn't, they were clean or whatever. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna let a hobo suck my toes.
Oh,
No
come on.
homeless people. Yeah.
That makes it more kinky, Sahara. God.
Let a homeless man suck my toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Anyway, for $20, I will. Anyway,
Again, that's for the other podcast.
anyway, I don't really even care at this point. A dr- a drunk Florida man was arrested outside of Olive Garden after eating pasta in an inappropriate manner. I'm like, could this be me? I don't.
I eat
Was
pasta in
was
an
like when?
inappropriate manner.
Yeah, I just pretty much stick my face in it. I mean, gee,
Yeah, it's pasta.
I love pasta.
You're gonna
That's
get it all
probably
over your face regardless. If it has any
that's
kind of sauce on
probably
it, that sauce
yeah.
is going all over your chin, all over your face, all over your shirt.
That's my biggest dietary problem is freaking pasta
Me
because
too.
I love it way too much.
Yep, same.
But I'm down to where we only eat pasta like maybe once every week or two now.
We
Now
had
that I got
spaghetti
the
twice this week. It's just
I can't even make spaghetti at my house because you know how picky my husband is, and
Oh yeah.
he don't like skinny noodles. Anyway,
Wow. You can make it with linguine or fat
I've
noodles.
made
Yeah.
I made it with fettuccine too before, and he was
Oh yeah,
okay with that.
fettuccine. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, the big thick
Mm,
fat noodles. Yeah.
I have, but he's just not a marinara person, which I don't get. He's more of an Alfredo person. I'm not. Like
And
we're
I have
opposite
to admit, I'm
on
kind of
that.
like him. I prefer the Alfredo, but given the choice. But otherwise, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. According to the Miami Herald, officers with Naples Police Department were dispatched to the chain restaurant around 3:30 p.m. on a Sunday regarding the disturbance. A man was reportedly asking restaurant patrons for money and yelling at them using explicit language. When police arrived, they discovered a shirtless man sitting on the bench outside the establishment, shoveling spaghetti in his mouth with his hands.
There's
The
nothing
man,
wrong with that.
I know, I'm like, oh, but I guess because he was yelling at customers using explicit
Well,
language.
yeah, I could see that. I
Yeah.
could see the police being called for that for sure. But for being arrested for eating spaghetti, no.
The man, identified as 32-year-old Ben Paget, was placed under arrest for disorderly intoxication, according to the newspaper. However, before being placed in handcuffs, officers gave Paget a paper towel so he could wipe the pasta off his face.
How considerate.
I know. I was just like, wow, okay. Well, I guess that's good because I know I would probably hate myself forever if my mugshot
The mugshot,
if I had marinara all over my face when I had my mugshot.
Oh god, I would totally go with it. I would just do it.
The Herald also reports while in the back of the police car, Paget began violently twisting his body, kicking his legs, and smashing his head against the metal cage partition.
Okay,
He
he's
was
a little
then
cray cray.
he was then transported to the Naples Jail Center. He purportedly faced an additional charge of resisting an officer and was released on a 2000 bond.
Wow.
$2,000.
Which he probably didn't even have
Yeah.
because he was asking people for money for the pasta.
I just kind of feel sorry for this guy. He just got wasted and
I
wanted to
do
eat his
too.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
I don't
I think I know
I
this
don't know.
guy.
I know, right? I'm like, did my dad go to Florida during this time period? That sounds like something my dad
Maybe.
would do. I guess I'd have to know if he hit on any waitresses that were really young,
That would be the
and then
telltale
I would know
sign. Yeah.
I would know it was my dad. Um, God, it used to be so embarrassing to go out to eat with him. I'm kind of glad that's over.
Mm.
He hit on everybody, and he would harass these freaking like waitresses, and if they didn't at least play into flirting with him and shit,
Yeah.
he was done with them. Like
Ew.
he was an asshole to them
Awful.
if they didn't play into his little flirtations and stuff. Like,
Gross.
don't do that, folks. All right, next one. Oh, you're gonna love this one. Tampa Bay Times. The Florida man steals 36,000 pounds of Crisco. In
For
addition,
what reason?
I I don't know. I think
I
they
can
thought it.
imagine.
Okay, no, I think they thought it was going to be other shit because it was boxes, a trailer full of boxes from Amazon distribution center. So
Oh, they didn't know
they
what they were getting.
probably thought they were getting some choice Amazon
Can you
merchandise.
imagine getting back and opening the boxes up and seeing that every single box is Crisco?
And it's like, yeah, you could probably still make money of that, but
Yeah,
they're going to be looking for who's selling some damn Crisco. Come on now. Like
absolutely.
they're going to be checking every buy sell trade in the
Sure.
tri-state area for some Crisco. Um, I just thought that one was funny because,
That's great because I've got a million things going through my head of what you can do with Crisco.
yeah, I know. Oh, this is a real great one. This one goes more into the sort of darker but still funny. A Florida man who let it go all over a stuffed toy at a Pinellas Park Target is facing charges. 20-year-old Christopher Meter of St. Petersburg was arrested after allegedly violating multiple stuffed animals in the store. He went to the toy aisle, began dry humping a stuffed Olaf doll, and then ejaculated on it.
Poor
Af-
Olaf.
I know, right? After defiling the Olaf doll, he placed it back on the shelf and grabbed the large stuffed unicorn and began to dry hump it as well.
No. Oh, that's not even funny. That's disgusting. What if a
Oh,
kid came
I'm
along
sure.
right after them and picked
Yeah.
it up?
Well,
No.
luckily they caught him, and I'm sure they
In the
probably
act,
tossed
yeah.
that shit. They probably tossed that shit. Hopefully they
Oh,
did.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. But still, I mean, that's ooh.
Yeah.
See, there should be life sentences for that, at least in mental institutions, if not prison. That's just gross. Don't be squeezing on the stuffed animals. Don't be sperming all over them with your demon sperm.
Mhm. Charlotte County, not to be outdone by Florida man. Florida woman pulled a foot-long alligator out of her pants during a traffic stop on Monday. When deputies pulled over the woman who was observed flying past a stop sign in a blue Chevy pickup, she pulled the baby gator out of her pants. The Florida woman, identified as 25-year-old Ariel Michelle Marchand Lequire, also had 41 turtles in her possession.
Okay, that's my spirit animal. That woman is my spirit animal.
I just am like, what the shit are you doing with that many turtles? Like,
Ma'am, you know why I pulled you
I like,
over? Could it be this alligator in my pants?
no, I'm
And
just happy to
turtles?
see you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ma'am, is that an
Steph,
alligator in your pants? No, I'm
or are
just
you
happy
just
to
happy
see
to
you.
see you? Yeah. Um, I'm just like, she
That
thinks,
I love
I
her. I
don't,
wanna be
I
friends with
want
her.
I want to know the rest of the story. Like, why does she have 41 turtles
Yes,
and an
I
alligator?
must make
I
friends with
don't,
this person and find out. I need these answers.
please do. Because I want to know the answers to that myself. Because if she's legitimately like rescuing turtles that are
Oh, yeah,
in the road or something, I'm down with that.
sure.
But
I mean,
if
you could just
not,
go ahead and take them across the road and set them free, but to each their own.
maybe she thinks she's gonna take them to some special place.
Maybe.
I don't know. But either way, if you let them off in the wrong area, you could be screwing up an ecosystem.
I was thinking that too, yeah.
Like, what if you dump them off in like a swampy area and immediately they get eaten by a fucking gator? I mean,
Right.
like,
I'm
I just
surprised
don't.
that the alligator didn't go after one of the turtles while it was in her pants.
Because yeah, I was like, I guess maybe it was trapped in
You
her
know it
pants.
can
I don't know.
smell it, yeah.
You could probably smell a lot of things down
I
there.
was
Anyway,
just thinking that. I was like, I bet there was another smell covering it up. Because if she's putting
anyway,
alligators in her pants, she's probably not very hygienic.
exactly. A
Or,
shirtless
oh,
Florida.
I could come up with something bad for that one, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna be good.
yeah. Don't. Let's not on this one.
Okay.
Shirtless. There's plenty of humor to be had just reading these. We don't really
Yeah.
even have to say anything.
No.
Um, a shirtless Florida man has been arrested after yelling at a group of school children, then fighting a tree. 32-year-old George Amons faces charges of disturbing the peace. According to an arrest report, an officer was dispatched to a park in Milton about a Florida man who was disturbing a group of children on a field trip. According to teachers, the man's behavior was aggressive and erratic, yelling and frightening the kids. So yeah, the police show up and then he goes and fights a tree in front of them. So I don't,
Bath salts are a hell of a drug.
yeah, something like that. Um, Next one, New York Daily News, Pensacola. William Cormier was so desperate for money that he killed Sean Dugas in the fall of 2012 so he could steal his $100,000 collection of fantasy role playing cards. They were magic cards, by the way.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I could see that.
the jurors convicted Cormier of first-degree murder after a little more than an hour of deliberation. Cormier showed no reaction as the verdict was read. He faces up to life in prison.
I'd see, yeah, I mean, nerds go crazy over nerd shit. So,
Oh, my husband's obsessed with Magic. Like, he actually got rid of most of his cards, but
mm.
he still plays it like the online
I've never
version of it.
played it. I mean, I'm a huge D&D nerd through and through, but I've never played Magic.
My sister tried to teach me. Sabrina tried to teach me at
Mm.
some point, and I'm like, I don't understand. This is too much math.
Too much,
Um,
yeah, if it has anything to
I'm
do with
trying.
math, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, because you're adding and subtracting and figuring out who came out on top based on
Oh,
these
yeah,
cards. Like, I
yeah.
don't. No, thank you. It's not for me. I prefer my fantasy without math. Um, which
I
I mean,
completely agree.
there's some math. There's some math to D&D, but you can
Well, there
if
is, but
you
it's pretty
but you
simple,
can
yeah.
But you can be lazy about it and let the DM figure it out.
Yeah, that's true. How many points is that, DM? Yeah.
Like, how did I do? I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've done most of the time. I've played so many fucking games of D&D and other RPGs, and I'm just usually defer to the DM when I'm being lazy.
Yeah. I'm
Just like,
same. No, I'm exactly the same way.
Brevard County, a Florida man was arrested at a Starbucks after yelling obscenities, calling himself a saint, and threatening to destroy everyone with his turtle army. When the authorities arrived, the Florida man, 61-year-old Thomas Devaney Lane, called 911 and told the operator, "I need to leave now or you will all be sorry." You expletive with a saint, I'm assuming fucked with or whatever, but they deleted the word. A police affidavit states, I put out to the side of this, let's introduce him to Florida woman, the woman with all the turtles. He says he
Yes,
has a turtle
that would
army.
be
Like
perfect. That would
somebody
be
please say
amazing.
it. They would probably be soulmates.
Ah, that would be absolutely perfect.
And here's another Brevard County. And by the way, Brevard County is where I think Palm Springs is. I've noticed there like half of these cases
Yeah,
are
that's where all
freaking
the crazy people
that
live.
area. That is that area. So I guess
Yes.
I never realized there was a concentrated
But I mean, you
area of
have to
this.
think
But
about it. It's hot. It's sticky. It's 100% humidity. It's going to drive anybody crazy.
Brevard County, a Florida man was arrested after amassing a collection of nearly 75 pool floats, which he stole to have sex with. 35. Yeah. But no, get his excuse for that. He said he stole the inflatables for sex instead of raping women.
Okay, hey, you know what? I completely condone his
I was like,
behavior.
dude, I will buy you a dollar
Yes,
store fucking pool float if it
yes.
actually prevents you from raping women, like for real.
100%. I am so down with that. He can have as many of them as he wants.
Um,
Kudos to him.
doesn't make it a good excuse,
It
really.
doesn't. It doesn't. Not all heroes wear capes. It's okay. He's
According
not
to
out
the
raping women, you know?
That's true. That's true. According to the Brevard Times, the Florida man was stopped on Thursday by Palm Bay police for suspicious behavior. He was carrying a garbage bag full of pool floats. He admitted to the police that he had burglarized multiple homes for their pool floats and had a stash of nearly 75 of them. He told police he sexually gratifies himself with them instead of raping women. He was arrested and charged with criminal mischief, burglary, and petty theft.
Mm. I'd have let him
Wow.
go. If I'd been a cop, I'd have let him go.
I'd just be like, dude, don't be stealing from people no more. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, let
But
us help you. You
honestly,
know, there's like the cops that go in a shoe store and buy like $100 Nikes or whatever, Air Jordans or some shit for homeless guys. And
I
I would
guess
be
if
one
I
of
had,
those cops. I would be like, you meet me at this Dollar Tree every day and I will buy you a new float, a new floaty
yeah,
or whatever.
I guess my point of view on it is, I don't like if I had a pool in my backyard with a float just sitting in it.
Yeah,
It wouldn't bother me. Like if the pool float disappeared, I'm probably just going to assume it flew away with the wind or something.
sure.
I'm not going to like
I
report
mean,
it
it's
or
Florida. They got the
anything.
crazy birds, you know, the
But
birds are as crazy as the people.
but on the other hand, I don't want some random dude on my property either. So there's the flip side to that. Like
Right.
I'm not
No,
cool with
I
that.
feel exactly the same way. No, don't trespass, you know. He should have been punished for that for sure, but I mean, at the same time, I would still try to help the guy.
hmm Somebody needs to get him some like therapy or something because something ain't right
Yes.
there.
No, definitely not.
Um, Michael Johnson envisions Shane Anthony Meal sending commemorative presidential dollars spiraling down a slot to be converted from $33,000 worth of collectibles to be just enough store credit to buy a couple of 12 packs of beer.
Okay.
So this guy, he stole this dude's. I'll explain it. He had $33,000 worth of collectible coins and dumped them into a Coinstar machine. He admit
Okay.
yeah, $33,000, and he probably got a handful of bucks for it.
Yeah. He's not too bright.
Yeah. and he knew they were worth stuff. So he just,
Jesus.
I guess, wanted the quick buck. Um, he had confessed he stole rare coins and other items valued total at $350,000 from
Jesus.
Johnson's North Palm Beach office in December. Melee or Meal or whatever the fuck his name is reportedly said he
Jeez.
said he did sell some of them. Where I think he went to like an actual coin collector and sold some of the stuff. And then the rest that he couldn't seem to get rid of, he just threw into the change machine to get what he could.
That is just unbelievable.
But what really sucks is these people were friends.
Yeah, I mean that's
Um,
awful. That makes it even worse, I think. Is when
yeah,
it's a friend that does it.
and the guy whose coin collection is disabled and doesn't work, and
No.
that was his
Oh.
life. That was basically his life savings. He had been collecting these for years, and they were
See,
kind of
that's why I'm for the death penalty. Just go ahead and fucking kill that dude.
and some. This is the worst part. Some of those coins were an inheritance from his father,
Oh,
so
the
they had
worst.
sentimental value to him too.
I'd kill that dude. Sorry. Just yep. They'd never
Yeah.
find him again. Once he got out of jail, it'd be like, dude, I don't know. You know, we were friends and then he stole from me and I hadn't seen him since.
And okay, this next one is from Land O'Lakes, and yes, that is a real place, not just a butter.
No, it is.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's a real place. I've been there actually.
a Florida man who was released from jail Monday was sent right back to it after
Uh-huh.
attempting to break into 26 different vehicles in the jail parking lot.
That's
Like,
amazing.
I know. I'm
That
like,
guy
that's
has
one of
got
the
the biggest
dumbest criminals.
balls of
Well,
anybody I've ever heard of.
that's just one of those world's dumbest criminal type deals. Because he was on, they caught him on surveillance video. Like
Wow.
immediately after he gets out, he fucking goes and tries to break into cars, and
He's so stupid.
he
He
even
wins
tried,
the stupidest prize right so far.
and he had tried to get into even some of the police vehicles, and actually managed. Got caught when he was hot wiring an ATV that was owned by the deputies.
Wow. This guy is
Like,
something else.
yeah, I know. He wins the fucking stupidest award today.
Mm, yes, 100%.
In from News 13 in took place in Sanford. A female investigator went undercover. I love this one. There's no details on this, but
Okay.
I wish there were. This is a great one. A female investigator went undercover and posed as a street level prostitute. During the operation, police said one of the suspects, Stephen Torres, offered to trade $3 and a chicken dinner for a sex act.
Okay. Are you sure that didn't happen in our town?
I know, right?
Because
Are you
she
sure that
wasn't an
didn't happen in
undercover
Plymouth
cop,
Rock?
but I went to high school with a girl who did trade sex for a two-piece chicken dinner from KFC and a pack of cheap cigarettes. Not even Marlboro, cheap ass
Oh,
cigarettes.
wow.
Yeah. So that one, yeah, I could see that. That's probably the same guy that managed to do the actual trade up here and then moved to Florida and tried to do it again because he got away with it once.
Somebody's trying to get in on the episode. Onion is peeking his head
Aw,
over. I'm going to totally post that in our social media just so everybody can see
you should.
him peeking over my laptop right now. I'm gonna
Yeah,
send it to you I'm gonna send it to you now so you can see it.
that's so cute.
Yeah. He's like, "What are you doing, Mama?"
So cute.
Um, and she is God. I don't have a visual on her. That's scary. Since she's the psychotic one.
Yeah.
She could be anywhere right now, probably doing something terrible. Um, Florida man attempts to leave store with a chainsaw stuffed down his pants. How about that one? Newport Richie
Oh,
New the new, new this is from the Newport Richie Patch, which is an odd name for a newspaper or whatever the hell it is. Anyway, the incident in question unfolded before the video cameras at Treasure Coast Lawn Equipment in Port St. Lucie, October 28th. The daring shoplifter is seen on video stuffing the ill-gotten goods, and yes, I did see a screen cap from the video of this guy trying to shove a friggin' chainsaw down his pants. And he covers it up with his shirt. And then he walks out of the store, got on a bicycle, and rode away. Port St. Lucie police caught up with the man about 30 minutes later when he attempted to return it to the store after having a change of heart. Okay. I don't know. I doubt it was a change of heart. Maybe he realized he was already that the cops were looking for him or something. Who knows?
Maybe.
Florida man once arrested for fighting I love this one, but I could not find a whole lot of detail on it. I'm sorry, because you're going to want to know more details about this one. It's funny.
Okay.
Florida man once arrested for fighting a drag queen with a tiki torch while dressed as a KKK member, now running for mayor. Broward, Palm Beach.
Oh my God. It was like, okay, what the hell up until is now running for mayor. And they were just like, wait, what?
Exactly. Boyd's own case breaks down to what he says is an inaccurate perception among law enforcement that he was an aggressor in the fight with the drag queen. Actually, Boyd says he was just defending himself, and in November he's scheduled to go on trial on the assault charge. In the meantime, he's thrown in his hat in the race to unseat current Wilton Manors Mayor Gary Resnick. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did he win? How long ago was that?
I don't know when that was. I don't have a date on that, so I
Uh,
don't. I would assume not. He just
yeah,
sounds like
I would not have voted for him. I mean, if he's gonna beat up a drag queen, fuck that dude.
Yeah. And he was dressed like a KKK member when he did it. So yeah,
Oh, that's even worse. Yeah.
yeah. All right, Lake City. A Florida man says his First Amendment rights were violated after being arrested for a sticker he placed on his pickup truck. I'm actually with this dude on this one.
Okay.
Listen to this. 23-year-old Dylan Shane Webb was pulled over on Highway 90 after a deputy saw the sticker, which reads, "I eat ass."
I heard about this story, and I am so for that dude, and I would like to give him my phone number if I were single.
According to the deputy, the sticker violates Florida Statute
Yeah,
847.011,
profanity. Yeah.
which deals with possession and distribution of obscene material, but the charges were later dropped.
Yep.
So at least they realized this is just stupid. We're wasting.
It is. It's stupid, and I mean, it's freedom of speech. You're
you're
free to
wasting
say what you want to.
you're wasting taxpayer money punishing something like that. Like
Agreed.
I really don't see that
And see,
as
there's an actual California car tag that I saw once that said, "I eat ass."
yeah.
And if they can get away with it on the actual car tag in one state, why can you not put a sticker in another state? It should be across the board, all or nothing, And I'm
Yeah.
for all, not nothing. No
This one,
censorship.
I agree. I agree. He should be able to, get on a damn megaphone and tell people he eats ass. I don't care. I don't care at all. Palm Beach Post. A Florida man wasn't as smart as he thought he was after deputies said he was caught trying to use Mountain Dew as a substitute for urine during his circuit court mandated drug test.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I was just like, is there nothing more southern than somebody trying to use Mountain Dew in place of urine?
That's so great. I love it.
And I'm pretty sure my sister has drank so much Mountain Dew in her lifetime that she
pees
probably
Mountain Dew.
would pee
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. So I just find that funny. When I'm drinking soda, that's actually my soda of choice. But
Yeah.
I try not to drink as much soda because I'm diabetic. But right now I say that as I'm drinking Pepsi. Anyway, and I can't stand diet drinks. I just can't. I don't dig them. So mostly I just drink lightly sweetened tea. I just happen to have a Pepsi because we got some cheap pizza. We got cheap ass Little Caesars pizza last night for
Ooh, gross. I
dinner.
can't eat
Yeah.
that. I don't like it.
I think I remembered why I didn't eat
Yeah,
that for a while.
it's the worst of the pizzas.
It
I
makes me
don't
sick.
drink
It
any soda
makes me sick.
either. I don't even drink tea. I do coffee or ice water. That's all I do. And
Like I said,
Gatorade every once in a while. If I feel like my electrolytes are completely off balance, I'll drink a Gatorade.
yeah, I rarely ever drink any. It's pretty much just tea or water for me.
Yeah.
Unless if I'm eating warm baked goods, then I'll do milk. But
Oh
otherwise, I
yeah,
don't
milk is
really drink.
great with like cookies, but that's the only time I really do it.
Yeah,
I don't eat a
that's
lot of
same here.
cereals anymore. I'm trying to do less carbs in my life,
Yeah,
and cereal has like 100 grams of carbs and one little teeny tiny spoonful almost. So yeah, I cut out
yeah.
the cereal, but I do like milk and cookies. Who doesn't?
And I don't drink milk by itself, mostly also
No,
because of being
mm-mm.
diabetic. People don't realize that milk has sugar in it.
It does. Yeah,
So sometimes I get some like low cal almond milk or something like that,
yeah.
but rarely do I drink milk. Um, let's see, where were we? Oh, from the smoking gun. The suspect walked up to the counter of the Inner Secrets shop in Vero Beach and asked worker Catherine Morales some questions about the doll. Following the perp's question time, he grabbed the doll off the counter and ran out of the store without paying for this
What?
product.
What a
It
dick.
was a while the is not it was a Jenna Jameson doll. Anyway,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what?
while the Jenna Jameson doll is not further described by investigators, it appears likely that the stolen item was the Jenna Jameson Extreme doll, a battery-powered model in the likeness of the 39-year-old porn star, along with a vibrating ultra-soft mouth. Full size
Ooh,
full
fancy.
size full size doll. Its manufacturer notes features an exquisite like life removable pussy and ass.
Wow, that shit's worth like 8 grand.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
he asked questions about it and then grabbed it and ran,
Yeah, that's a
basically.
felony. I wonder if that would
Um,
be considered kidnapping. They
I
kidnapped
don't
Jenna
know, but I don't know, but can you imagine seeing a guy running down the road
with
carrying a
yeah,
fucking
with
Jenna
a real
Jameson
doll.
doll
Yeah.
and trying to get away? And you know
That's
that thing's probably
great.
heavy as hell. But
Oh yeah,
anyway,
they are.
'cause
I mean, I've
it's one
never
of the
touched
more
one, but I can assume that they're probably pretty heavy.
yes, 'cause it's one of the more realistic type ones, so you
Right.
know it's gonna be heavy.
Yeah.
Um, okay, the Sun Sentinel, Boca Raton, the South Florida man wants to introduce sex tapes and intimate photographs of himself and his wife as evidence in his criminal trial to try to prove that his marriage was real and not just undertaken for immigration purposes. You know what? I'm actually behind this. Because if he
Okay.
really does have sex tapes and intimate photographs
Yes.
of him and his wife, then to me that does help his case that they were not
Exactly.
just an immigration
Yes, I
marriage.
agree.
So I'm all for that.
I'm for that too.
I don't know what the end result was on this. I did not
Mm.
have an update on it.
Yeah, I'd be interested in knowing how that ended up.
But he was hoping to undermine the prosecution's allegation that he lied about details of his marriage to a Cuban woman to get permanent resident status.
Mm.
The 25-year U.S. resident said he has visible proof that the couple had a genuine marriage. Like I said, bravo to you. I say introduce that shit, whether they like it or not, because that is of good benefit to their case.
Right. I think so.
A Florida man was spotted power washing a roof while dressed as Spider-Man in Miramar.
See, that's just
Um,
awesome.
I think it was either Twitter or Instagram. I can't remember now, but it's hashtag Florida Spider-Man. If you go look it up, you can see either a picture or video of this
Okay.
guy power washing his roof in a Spider-Man outfit because I saw a picture of it and it was hilarious. Anyway, I was like, whoa. Anyway, that one's not really
There's
that one's
really
not a
nothing wrong with that. I mean,
no,
I've
it
power
was
washed
not.
my back deck naked before because I didn't want to get my clothes
Yeah,
wet.
no, it was listed on the Florida Man website. I included it just because I thought it was entertaining.
Sure.
It was not a crime of any type.
I was gonna say,
And
what did he get arrested for? That doesn't seem like a crime. Yeah.
and the majority of these I took from, and I didn't know this existed until I did this episode. FloridaMan.com basically lists all the Florida Man cases. And
Fantastic.
you can even search them by category like masturbation or meth.
Wow, that's awesome.
So that's where the majority of these cases came from. So I just wanted to shout that out as I put it in the credits also if y'all want to check that out.
Very
Um,
cool.
and shout outs this week. Gosh, there's so many.
So
I'm telling
many.
you, I've been doing review trade with some of these. So I've listened to like 1,000 freaking podcasts right now. But
I mean,
the
what
one
else
I
do we have
guess,
to do? It's like,
yeah,
let's listen to podcasts. There's nothing really left
I'm
to
gonna
do.
say I basically they only have a few episodes, but I binged all of them. Is a podcast called Creepy Conversations.
Okay.
And I think we're also going to trade guests for episode or whatever, um, on that because it's another one that's like
Okay.
true crime and just dark, creepy stuff. And it's a really good show. Um, and another one, let me see what I got here. I've got a whole list that I'm trying to keep track of here. I've got like maybe 50 different podcasts that are like, "Hey, we want to trade reviews and stuff with you."
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'll do another shout out for my newfound buddy at R&R Cinetalks. That's Cinetalks. You can find them on most platforms. And that one they just
It
they're
talks about
basically
movies, right?
right,
Reviewing
yeah,
films and stuff. Yeah.
they're they talk about they're filmmakers themselves, and they kind of dissect movies and genres and talk about that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be on an upcoming episode that they are doing, I believe, about the paranormal activities movies. They thought that I'd be a good fit for that episode, and we're probably going to have them on at some point so that we can talk to them about whatever.
Very nice.
Um, so I guess I'll shout them out too since I'm going to be on their
Sure.
episode next week, I believe. Anything else you want to add
Um,
besides
no,
buy our
hey Bonna.
merch?
I'm gonna buy
Hey,
our
Bonna.
merch and hey Bonna. That's
And the
pretty much
merch,
it.
the merch link is on. I put the link to the merch in our show notes, and it's also on all of our social media too, so that
Cool.
you can easily go on there and pick out whatever you want to get something on and buy it. There's even some cheap shit. Just if you're like, I don't want to spend $20 for a t-shirt that I'm never gonna wear, they even have stickers and buttons and shit like that. That's like $2, and
Cool.
you'll be still helping us out by doing that. So
Absolutely.
everybody, and please review us wherever you can. Just review us, please.
Review me. Review me so
Yes,
hard.
show me what you got. Anyway, all right. I guess until next time, talk
Talk hard.
hard. Bye.
Bye.